This week we had a much needed break from the homestead and we were able to get away and go to the beach. For those who've never been on the East Coast beach, the water feels like a warm bath. I mean, I'm used to going to like Huntington Beach, Newport Beach, out west, and the water's always super cold. But this one, it's not. It's amazing. And it always takes a lot to leave. But we wanted to go to the beach. And it's a nice little fun family break. Since leaving my 9-to-5 job, I always felt like I did not deserve a vacation. In my mind, I felt like I didn't do enough to deserve one. Before we started living this lifestyle, I've always read quotes where it said, create the life that you don't need a vacation from. Well, I don't know if that's true anymore because we have created that life and I feel like we still need a vacation. Because if I'm here, I'm working, I'm doing stuff. So for me, getting away from the homestead is important because that almost forces me to turn it off. After 4 days of being out on the beach in the water, it's time to get back to it. I'm feeling recharged and ready to finish off this year strong. I pulled up the work truck and then now I need to load up my tools and head up the mountain and finish off this shed. I'll tell you what, it's good to have my mini truck bag. You know when we haven't got a lot of rain is when this IBC tote is almost empty. It's down to there. And this tote has been full all summer long. Before we get going today, we have Lorraine and the family. We're canning peaches. You're adding cinnamon sticks in the peaches?
Yeah, but I'm gonna can them in honey water syrup and then put 2 cinnamon sticks on the bottom and then water bath can them.
And Anna's washing the peaches, cutting the peaches.
Slicing them.
And these are for the pigs?
Yep. And this is for Randy. He's gonna plant some trees like Ben.
I've got some honey water. It's about 9 cups of water, 1 cup of honey. And I'm gonna fill the jars and leave 1/2 inch head space. And then I'm gonna throw them in the canner.
I'm trying to make it a point to get out here really early before breakfast and get up on this lean-to shed before it gets too hot, because this week we definitely gonna have a heat wave. Just getting started for work. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm leaving a little bit of an overhang. I like when the roof has an overhang, you know, to help with rain. If I get this roof line right, nice and straight, then the tin's gonna be a lot easier to install. Up to this point, I have not taken out my circular saw and I have not cut any wood. I need to add some 1x4s going across. It's just gonna make the metal roofing that much sturdier and I could drill it into. This 2x4 is kind of bowed, so I need to bring it out. Pre-drill. It's a thin board, so it might crack on me. I need shorter screws too. Bring it out. There. I need about 7 more rows of these. All right, look at that. The roof is on. We have all the poles up and now we need to still install the metal roofing. The hardware store don't have 16-foot long roofing, metal roofing, so I'm gonna have to do 8 feet long and 12 feet long, and then overlap kind of in the middle and just hit that all the way down. If you guys been with us for this long, if you remember back in our 1.5 acres, I built something just like this, except it was a little bit smaller. I wasn't 16 feet, it was 12 feet. We're trying to make this lip, the metal lip, sticking out a little bit for the gutter. And so I'm also trying to make it as straight as I can because some of this wood is very wobbly. Or I guess I'm blaming it on the wood. It could be me.
All right, I'm done with one batch. I have another batch in the canner. It's almost done. And then I have some of this leftover honey water and I didn't want to just waste it. So I've got these cranberries that I had bought, I think it was like right after Thanksgiving last year, and they were in my freezer. So I'm making cranberry juice with the honey water. So it's a good way to make some room in the freezer. I could technically just fill them with plain water, but I have this honey water, so I kind of want to use it up. I'm going to try to make it last throughout the jars.
You want to see that?
Now I'm just topping off the rest with plain water.
And the cranberry juice is done. Look at this. Look at that color. So is that it?
That's it for today. We just did peaches and cranberry juice.
So cranberry juice is like juice that we would just drink.
Yes, and it's in honey water, so that's why right now there's two different colors. But I think when they finally cooled down, I think they'll eventually be all red.
And then peaches are peach pie, peach cobbler. Mm-hmm. For winter, these are nice to have when it's super cold out. We'll be thankful for that.
So I have 10 jars of peaches, so that means you can have one a month for almost a year.
Whoa.
For 10 months. But I did some apples already, but I'm gonna do more apples in like a few weeks. And then if I could do 12 jars of everything, that means you can have one of everything once a month.
That sounds good to me.